Good afternoon, everyone. Big up, everyone. Welcome to the HubSpot. And basically, a first show. Why is it called like what do you call a new show? Probably I'll figure it out later. Welcome everyone. Hope everyone is doing great. Welcome. So this would be like a tactical overview. More so again, we are not technicians, but again, we're not tacticians, though, but we can do our best, right, to kind of shed light to what happened, right, in every game where United play. And again, we'll talk about what they called what happened, what went well, and also what they called what's like the ideas we have, right? Basically, open discussion to improve, and an overall match recap. Okay, quickly, I wouldn't allow the guys to stay wait for so long. I have Temba for sure; is always here, and Drex, and I'll bring them up now to join me in the show. Big up, guys. How you guys doing?
Yo,
I'm good. Big up to you, Drex. Big up to you, Tesh. How you guys doing, man?
Excellent. I think looking at from yesterday, I think I feel better.
Okay, that's good.
Drex, you?
That's good.
I,
I'm still celebrating, though.
I'm not,
I'm still celebrating.
I'm not me. I'm fine. Like I'm fine. It's not like I'm. When they say when you've had pain for a long time, right? When you see 99, 100 shouldn't be the problem. 100,
True.
100 shouldn't be the problem. So yeah,
That is deep.
You've seen 100 should not be a problem. So.
Okay, so Drexler, we had a tough time. I think the fan base yesterday went in a meltdown. Like honestly, I was looking at X, everyone was like pissed. But I think everyone has the right to be pissed, and even Tenak Inas, Tenak Outers. I think everyone, right? Everyone has the right to to be pissed. But for me, I'm in between today, and I want to get your thoughts, and I also get a Madrid fan that was struggling yesterday in the stream.
So this guy, I've come to
the squad.
I've come to the realization that Themba is a United fan.
I want
He's a United fan
gone by all.
You see that? Who just happens to be a Madrid fan. So he himself, his first loyalty is to Madrid, but when it comes to a club in the English Premier League, I feel like he has a soft spot for United, and seeing United not doing well, because Temba made several yesterday on the Mark MEFC fan channel when we were doing the stream, right? He made a comment of why are we so this? He kept using the word we.
Yeah. And I thought I was the only one.
Yes. I'm like, yo, this man is definitely, he has a soft spot for United, and the fact that Eric Ten Hag is not doing something right in his eyes, it's making him even pissed. Big up mentor, big up Mark is already here. Mark is the
always attacking my manager boy.
Yeah, I know.
Don't let me come online, man. Don't let me come here.
No, Mark would the day myself and Mark will storm Temba's stream, you will not believe it. That day, the day Madrid will lose, we'll take over. Myself and Mark already agreed that we'll take over that stream, and for 2 days. The man will not stay stream for 2 days.
Honestly, I think it will be sweetest, right? If probably, right? They let me say towards the end of the season, they probably Barcelona probably 2 points ahead, and Madrid has to win to take the lead. And Madrid loses. Oh God!
No. You heard it. Mark is already saying I cannot wait. He knows.
I would come online.
The day it would happen. Big up the mentor. The day that thing would happen, bro. Just forget about your stream, because it will belong to some of us that day who will just take over. Tesh, what do you have for us today? I know we're just trying out this new one. This looking at the memory of United game and seeing. First of all, I want to say happy Labour's Day. Tesh, is it Labour or Workers' Day today?
Brother, no, but I don't go work today, Sha.
Happy holidays to the Canadian people working. Labor Day, I believe it's Labor Day. It's Labor, one of them, but happy holidays to you guys. I think we're in the season where we start getting a lot of holidays right now. Tess, let's go. So we're gonna be looking at go ahead.
Basically more so it's like a breakdown. I think to an extent, right? Tactically, what happened, and also some of what they call some of the things we think Ten Hag probably should be changing. I actually watched the game again just to understand, okay, where are the loopholes. I saw some pictures on X. Again, these are not, I'm not a professional. I'm just a fan trying to understand where we are at and how we can potentially improve. And guys, please don't forget to what they call give your comments or probably let me know if we're wrong or you see something different as opposed to what we're discussing here. And Temba, I also want to get your thoughts. I know for sure I don't have to ask Mark. Mark surely get his thoughts in, and also a mental ball game. So Drex, now let's start in. I think the basics here yesterday again. We lost. It's fine. Let's calm down. Let's not look at it without emotions. I'm listening, but I'm taking notes. Will come at the end. Okay, good. Let's what they call it. Let's start from the formation. I think, correct me if I'm wrong here. United played 4-2-3-1, right? That was what we played, right?
Yeah. That was
I
it.
think
4-2-3-1. Yeah.
And Liverpool played
4-3-3. Yeah.
Liverpool played a 4-3-3. One thing though, I think where honestly to me, I think like that formation should work. Because then you have a double pivot, right? But I think though and I noticed this from our preseason where Ten Hag, where his players move it way higher, and even our fullback where we overlap too fast.
Yeah. When you said that word, now that word you just said too fast, right? That's for me. Like I looked at the game yesterday because I know it was so difficult after the week that was showless. I told Tommy, like, I don't think I have it in me to actually look at the game, but I had to, right, to actually look at it because I know you were saying we're going to do something like that, like this today. I looked at the game and I noticed one thing. I noticed the minute we start initiating that first phase, like passing from the back, right, bro, our defenders are like, it's like they're flying forward. It's like that we're so quick to want to get into that 3-1-6 shape that they just, and we are playing is, I would give kudos to Liverpool, right? But I would say we made it easy for them. They didn't do any, if you look at the start, which I'll bring up later, right? They didn't do anything solely superb. That's why a lot of people say they didn't get up the third gear. And I'm saying no, because they ran a lot, right? They were organized. They were organized in their pressing. They were organized in their pressing. If you look at it, if you look, there was a time, one of the things that they did well was try to see how they could initiate that high press, right?
Yeah, so I think from their midfield, right? From midfield, how they
basically,
it's like relentless pressing, right?
And the thing is, once we had the ball, once we started to initiate that, they were moving, right? They were moving forward, right? And no, sorry, our fullbacks were moving forward, right? And the lone pivot, Casemiro, was coming in to receive the ball, and that is where they started. They already felt like, if we do this, let's see how this pressure, this high press will work. And it didn't take them up to 6 or 9 minutes. They had the ball at the back of the net, right? Same from that same type of play. And that if you are a team, if your team is Liverpool, right? If you're playing for Liverpool and you see your team, the way they set up that, and they almost got a goal in under 9-10 minutes, bro, that will give you the impetus to say, you know what, whatever the manager is telling us to do is working. Go at it, right? But for every orchestrated move, there's always that element of risk that you tend to put out there, which for me, I felt like United did not exploit. And maybe as we go in, we'll talk about it. But that 3-1-6 formation, bro, like, it's the manager's style. So when anybody says there's no style of play, that's what I felt what defend the manager with. There is a style of play, but I think it needs a little bit of tweaking.
I agree. No, sorry, I was laughing at what they call the mental voice. I'm not saying it's not. I don't enjoy pain. I just wanted to what I don't enjoy pain. I just want to understand and see what happened. Mental war game. So Mark is saying actually both teams played because I was like, it seems both teams played the same formation when I look at this setup on a live scores.
But
sometimes guys, man, you don't have to look at the way this formation is set up before the play. Because sometimes that can be very, very misleading. Because what we saw yesterday was Casemiro being left all alone. Now, before then, there's something Liverpool fans or Liverpool players have come to understand. They know when you look at it, check Casemiro whenever he gets the ball. Is there option to receive the pass? Like Drake said, immediately he gets the ball, everybody is going forward. It's like they're waiting for that transition. And nobody does not want to even wait to see if there's a pass coming to him. Because I can tell you, that game yesterday, as much as we want to sit there and blame Casemiro, you could put up what the first goal on Maino, because Maino already, you gave somebody the ball, he want to pass it fast instead of taking a touch. That is why I will blame Casemiro. Take a touch, but yet again, he can't even take a touch, because as he's taking a touch, 3 people are already all over him already.
No, but I think so. That was what. Go ahead.
The way Liverpool were pressing, like when you get the ball, immediately you get the ball as a player, 3 Liverpool players are already on you. I don't know how Liverpool were doing it. Like they are already on you. I did something whereby I don't get to see with United. Liverpool, they made everything easy for Liverpool yesterday. Liverpool were not even at their best. They were not at the best. But yet again, we sit here, we talk about Casemiro, losing the ball that cost 2 goals. There are so many people that lost the ball yesterday, but we did not get to notice it because Casemiro's one is the obvious one.
Let it go.
Casemiro lost the ball 14 times. 14. Rashford lost the ball 12 times. Bruno lost the ball 12 times. But because now that knowledge to go, with Kobe Mino as well. As we're talking about Casemiro, we might as well say the same thing for Kobe Mino.
No, that's why we're looking at the game, right? We're looking at the game from the eye test, and from what we Tess already stated that we're not tactical geniuses, right? But from what we saw yesterday, looking at the game, right, you could see that Mark is saying that the both teams play double pivot as a formation going into the game. Yes, but in real time, it wasn't. It was once the game started, it wasn't so, right?
It was not.
We all knew what happened, right? We all knew what happened, and I would give it kudos to those engines for at the midfield for Liverpool: McAllister, Szoboszlai, and Gravenberch. Those guys made sure that
Gravenberch was solid. Like you will never tell that Gravenberch was not even a 6. Like he was converted to that role, but yet he was able to do a
they
good
made sure that
job.
They made sure that our play, that initial first phase of build up, pass from the back, they made sure that they tried to nullify it because it's a threat to them. And what do you do to your position when you feel threatened? You try to, as much as possible, to nullify it. And for me, I felt like they nullified it several times. Then there was, if you look at the third goal, right? The third goal when Kobe had the ball, there was just Onana, Delete, Licha, right? That were standing. Him had the ball, so he was backing the Liverpool players, right? Then there was Mazraoui, who already made a move up front, right? That a Liverpool player already, I don't know if a test could bring so that we could put some picture of this, that a Liverpool player already cut out his passing lane. So he was trying to improvise, was trying to take charge of the situation because he already scanned and saw that he was under pressure. So he was trying to put himself in between ball and man. But McAllister just quickly put his leg because he was going to go on the left. So immediately saw that lane was blocked. So trying to readjust to see how he could play the ball back to a safe position. McAllister already put his leg and nicked the ball off him, right? And because it was a 2-man pressing thing, right? I would even say 3. It was a 3-man pressing thing. Immediately McAllister knocked the ball off him. The next man picked it up. And it was one straight pass to Salah. And I'm like, it was so easy. And I'm looking at both my forward, my fullbacks, and I'm like, yo, this guy's already out there expecting a play.
Marky, I don't agree with you, man. There's no way you're telling me, man. Like, I don't know what game you watched, but yes, this guy was not there. Look at where Kobe was. Kobe was far away from. He was passing the ball to this guy.
I already hit the
comment. He was not here. Okay, check when the same thing that happened in the third goal for Liverpool. Okay, check the player that was playing with Kobe Mino, because now you took Casemiro out, you brought in Koila. He was there in the midfield with Kobe Mino. But look at when they took that boy away from Kobe Mino. Go and check where Collier was. He was far miles away from Bruno. From Kobe Mino. And this is what I've been saying. It is the system this manager is playing, that is exposing these guys. And as long as it keeps happening, I will say it and I'll say it again. Clip it up. Mano Gatto will come in, and the same thing will still happen.
Okay, so I think so far we've placed so much emphasis on the midfield, right? So what we're saying basically, right, from a tactics perspective, right, the manager, one thing I got done, the manager didn't set up the team properly. We're saying there's too much gap between our players, and so it's easier for a Liverpool team to easily press, which then makes us lose the ball, because then we have no what they call no man to pass to. I saw a picture whereby there was a United player and there were 3 Liverpool players, and the next United player was basically here. Right, so it's easy for them to just easily press and also lose the ball. Do you think the wingers, how does the wingers now impacted our gameplay yesterday?
For me, right, the wingers in themselves, when we were going forward, right, I feel like the wingers we have, because if you look at the game, let me just talk about the wingers that started the game. They hold on to the ball, try to take on their man, they can't, and they find a play either to bring it back to Kobe or send it to Bruno, right, who tries to orchestrate things, right? But another thing I noticed yesterday is when a player had the ball, take for example, Marcus Rashford had the ball, he had Salah, he had either McAllister or Gravenberch and Arnold. 3. So in my head, by the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, so there's a Dalot that's supposed to be free. There's a player that has an eye on Dalot, but there's a Dalot that's supposed to be free. And also, by so doing, there's a Kobe and there's a Bruno that's supposed to be free, and a Zexi who will be creating a space for someone like a Dalot or Bruno to go into, right? But then what happens? Because the man is swamped like that, he now has to bring the ball back. By so doing, right, or try to even maybe play it over himself, he loses the ball. That's why all of that.
It's happened so many times.
That's why it accounted for you're accounting for the 11 or 12 times this guy. Had I passed it, because I saw a play where Rashford was already supposed to be on goal. I think
he was one-on-one with Konate. One-on-one with Konate.
On that play, it is Rashford. On that play, maybe it's lack of confidence on that. That's why it's a case of both manager and the player. On that play, it is Rashford, right? But the truth is, I feel like even with the wingers going forward, the fullbacks progressing forward, our wingers don't even know how to utilize them. You're already swamped, right? At this point, I should state that we were too slow with our passage of the ball. We were too slow. Because as a football player, you don't need to wait for your coach to tell you that these guys are closing you fast. So you have to move the ball faster. They are closing you at the rate of speed of 1.5. Bro, move the ball at the speed of 2.5. So that before they come to you, the ball is out of your feet. You're moving, right? The next man is doing the same thing. But the fact that Garnacho and Rashford was holding on to the ball, right? Because from Garnacho and Rashford, they were holding on to the ball. It gave them, the Liverpool players, more time to actually close all of their passing lane. All of their passing lane. And it's so easy because Rashford is with the ball, 3 pound on him. Kobe Manu is already thinking there's a space that is already open. Let me go into that space. Dalot is already thinking there's a space that is open. I'm going to utilize that space, right? Now, if by the time Rashford is trying to find those pockets and try to pass those balls to those guys, guess what happens? Liverpool player already closed the channel. You pass the ball, they intercept, and the minute they intercept, Salah,
another person is there to receive the ball.
If you
notice, one person intercept, one person is already there to take the interception already.
Let me shock you guys. If you notice something, Diego Jota was doing a job on Kobe Manu. Every time Kobe Manu tries to look for that space that was being created as a result of their 3-man press or their counter press, right? There was a space every time. So there was always that Jota to pick out. So once we tried to pass that ball, there was already pressure. And we held our own for like 25, 30 minutes, right? Until that first goal went in. And I felt like even at that first goal going in, these guys could still hold their own for another. Like, it's not the end of the world.
You were saying that the space in that midfield will be enough to build an estate.
Yeah, this space, honestly, the space, right? I think it impacted the wingers, right? Because then you lack the link-up play. My question is that, where are the players in the pitch? Because honestly,
that's what we are saying here. Those players are not ready to come for the ball
because of the system.
Look at Casemiro. There was a place where Casemiro got the ball. He made a turn. Nobody to pass to. He made it again.
Yeah,
nobody.
Exactly. Yeah.
What happened? Yeah. He almost wanted to play the ball to throw in.
Yeah, then he left
because the passing lane was closed, and our players did not think to create another one.
That is exactly
right.
They don't come for the ball.
We have to be closer, right? Because once we get the ball right, we're looking. Okay, where is the guy? It's like. Honestly, that's how I play. If I hold the ball, look at who is in front. We should be looking who is. We should be closer.
You ask yourself, why is Onana launching the ball? Because nobody is coming to take the ball. Onana will just like, okay, come for the ball. If you come for the ball, they'll give you the ball. But nobody is coming for the ball. He shoots it, and this is not the first time I'm seeing it.
Another thing I should not fail to point out here is because of on our play, attacking play, because our fullbacks advanced right high up like that, and our defenders have to push up to try to bridge the gap, right?
Mm-hmm.
Salah and Luis Diaz on left and right respectively, right, already knows that if their team nick the ball from us, one pass, because our fullbacks are not there. They have all the room in the world. And Jota is so mobile that one pass to Salah, you already see Gravenberch, McAllister, and Szoboszlai with Jota already advancing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Swarming the lone guy that is supposed to be in the midfield. So before the likes of Kobe and maybe Dalot and Rashford will even come back. In some cases, he doesn't even come. But before that happens, they've moved the ball from either the left wing or wherever they have it, right or left. They've moved it to the opposite side. And that in itself destabilizes. I don't know why it does that, but it kind of puts our team, our players, into some sort of disarray that everybody's trying to find how to get back in shape. But because Liverpool were so quick with let's not take this away. They were so quick with the ball. We were too passive with the ball. They were whenever they had the ball, they were quick.
Sorry, before we go, Ryan,
you know what is this, man?
Sorry, Banks, 1 second. Let me just look at it. So Liverpool's plan was to let United have the ball and let them make it because they knew a mistake in the system means a goal.
That was the game plan for Liverpool.
That is what the system does, because they would have watched Fulham, bro. Let's not kid ourselves. When you watch the game against Fulham, right? That what Mark wasn't Mark or mental ball game. What they just put right there is the thing, because when we lose the ball, right? Prior to the game, Liverpool almost said Liverpool will give us the ball, and it was true. It's what we can do with the ball. Because they know that we will make a mistake, and they will be there to pounce on those mistakes. And lo and behold, bro, they didn't really carve us out to create any chance. That's what I know. Mark was saying something like that. If you look at the start, which I will drop up later, right? They didn't really carve us open or say they made some couple of plays and boom. No, it was our mistake, bro. And where did they get those mistakes? Deep in our opposition territory, in our own territory. If those mistakes were happening in their territory, it would take them time to transition.
It is very funny whereby Anslot came outside to tell you that this was a tactical and system problem. The guy came out and analyzed what
I will not
happened.
Say it's funny. I will not say it's funny because he had the preview, because he already knew he was going to come to the league, right? He had the privilege to actually watch United.
Watch him, played him against preseason. He
already knows how
everything about the system.
And he could
tell.
He was asked if it was a gamble. He laughed and said it wasn't a gamble because the fullbacks were not there to protect, right? Even when he was pushing his players high up the pitch, he knew that the fullbacks were not there to protect. So United, he would exploit them. But again, that in itself was, in my own opinion, I might be very wrong, that was in itself a mistake that is waiting to happen. Because if he plays, that's why I say I want to see him play against the likes of Brighton that know how to they are good at this evading the counter press and the high press, right? They are good at it. They have players that could actually maneuver their way out of it, right? And I want to see what will happen at that game. So for me, the system, right, just made our weaknesses obvious, such that a mistake. Anybody that's crying that we lost the game are not really crying because one, we lost the game against our arch rivals. It was the manner at which we lost. We lost the game because players, and I will say it. I know people don't want to hear it. Players are still not getting. They've not gotten grasped, or they're not getting used to this system yet, making them to make mistakes. And also, the system in itself is demanding so much for them. I think they don't have what it takes to suit into the system.
Run up and down when they run
so
around,
far.
Around
I'm not saying that we should buy more players for them. Nobody should get me wrong. I'm just saying, so far, will they get a hold of the system? Yes, they will. I believe so, right? Because if there's anybody that can fix this, it should be the manager. But will he have the time to fix it? That's another question I don't have an answer to.
So basically, right? So in a system like this, right, we're saying where basically we're basically far apart. We're not. There's no cohesion. Do you think?
No, don't forget, the far apart is when they are attacking.
Yes,
because
when we're attacking,
immediately gets the
and
ball.
That's how we consider a majority of our goals.
Immediately when you get the ball, it's just transition. Let's just transit, and you end up wanting to make that quick pass. The ball gets you lose the ball, and already most of your players are already on that side.
Ahead of the ball, so they are waiting for a move or a play.
Then it leaves you guys that's be ready.
Once they intercept the ball, that's why you see some of the time when you see Dalot, once we get the ball gets intercepted, he just do shit and he just start running, right? Because
running back,
it's not supposed to be. The way they caught us, they poke a hole in this system, right? But the way the system was exposed yesterday, I think for the players, right, it's not supposed to be that easy to expose that system, right? So that's why a lot of them are like, what's going on here? Is it that we're not applying ourselves properly to the manager's tactics or what? So they are trying to force themselves, right? So for me,
go ahead, Rex.
No, for me, it's a case of it's a case of maybe the players are like, Joe, why this guy's finding it easy to poke this hole here, right? So now the manager should go back. It's game 3. I'm not going to tell anybody that you should chill. No, it's game 3. So the manager has got what? Like some people have given him 10 games, some people have given him till December. So the manager still has about maybe till December is still about that's 19 games per half, right? So that's still going, that's about 16 games left. The manager still have about 16 games to fix it. That's why someone like me, I could actually come here and say, okay, I'm not too bothered at this point in time, right? I'm not too bothered. I didn't say I wasn't bothered, but I'm not too bothered at this point in time, right? Because I still feel like, okay, the manager's got, a lot of us have given him to December. Some said 10, some said, yesterday I heard another 5, So I feel like it could still fine tune. This is actually a good time. The international break came at a very good time for him to actually go back and watch those clips and fine tune.
Did you know what he said when he was asked about right now that the international break? Is there anything you will change? Do you know what that clown said? He said nothing.
No, I wouldn't call him a clown. No,
he said nothing, that he will wait for the players to come back. Like, sorry, Jay. One thing is this, man. Like I said, I know Mark is not ready to just accept the fact that, man, this guy thinks he's playing football manager. Like you lose to your rival, then you come out and talk about XG. Like, what the hell is XG? You lose 3-0.
No, I've said this before.
You're talking about XG, talking about the fact that you're not considering shots, you're not considering goals like last season.
No, I think he's holding on to the Twitter space, right? He's listening too many Twitter space, and he's trying to. But that's me just throwing a light shade at him. But the truth is, I don't listen to Eric Ten Hag's post.
And he believes that Man U are the best team after Man City. He believes he's the best manager after Pep Guardiola.
But what do you want him to feel? What do you want to do? How do you want him to
now let me explain to you, man.
Achievement perspective is actually.
You know what is this? That achievement perspective is the one that's putting you guys in this trouble right now. Because you know what thing? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would have still been Manchester United manager if he had won that Europa League. Yes. Go and look at what Solskjaer said after that game. He said there is still a lot to do in this team. And he is okay losing the game because it is not title, because title will also give you the wrong impression. Because now Ineos came in and believe, okay, no, he has won two titles.
No, I would disagree with you. I disagree with you there.
They're
not. It's not because of the title they kept in Tesh. I disagree. Why I said I disagree is because of
man. I think honestly, I think right. They didn't find what they were looking for.
That's what I think.
The best of all they
didn't find what they were looking for.
No, it's not the best.
Let me
explain to you guys, man. They interviewed Tuchel. Tuchel wanted to have his own say in terms of signing and everything, and that was not what Dan Ashworth wanted. He basically said that he wants a manager that they will give what he wants, not the one that will have a say on what he needs. And Rudiger was already making requests of Antonio Rudiger already. And for De Zerbi, what make them did not get De Zerbi is just money. De Zerbi wanted 10 million pounds.
No,
like
you know I said that it's not money, but how much did De Zerbi take to Marcel? How much did he take to Marcel? Why didn't he request 10 million?
Marcel and Maya, I did the same thing. Marcel and Maya, I did the same thing.
So if you take what you, this is the reason why I debunked
Marcel and Maya, I did the same thing. That's what you.
They are not. No, they are not the same thing. But bro,
everybody sees Man U as a cash cow.
Okay, so if you are coming here as a coach for money, then I don't want you. If you are going to put the money,
because he would do a lot, he would do his work, man.
Bro, I'm telling you now, it's the same thing as players. It's the same thing as players. If you're not coming, if you are going to put money front of, see, if Roberto De Zerbi bigs himself so much, right? He took how much? He took a lesser pay at Marseille. Why didn't he take that? Why didn't he take that pay at United, knowing fully well that he's going to do?
And the job you guys, the job he's going to do at United is so big.
Yes,
so he need big money as well.
When he rectifies the problem, he can actually sign a 2-year contract and say, okay, in the 3rd year he can look for a big money move. Bro, I don't want to hear about Roberto De Zerbi and his money issue. He should do one and help and go do his Mercer. For me,
right? Doing one in Marseille already.
For me, my take is I will tell you this. They sack because if you do not sack somebody, how do you do a re-interview for them? Right? That's me. So in my opinion, I feel like they've already said, okay, you know what, clean slate, you're done. You're not, let us re-interview you again. Whoever interviewed you before, that was them. This is us. And they went with him. That's water under the bridge. That's gone, right? That's gone. We are in a new season. We are hitting this season. 1 game, 1 win, 2 losses, right? Now, that's why we're saying, looking at the system, right? Looking at the system, forget about what the manager and what the manager is not. Looking at the system is exposing a few of our. I can even say it right now. I feel like this current system is exposing Rashford a bit, right? I know Rashford has got his own problem. Rashford has got his own problem. I believe that this system is exposing Rashford a bit. So this international break, right? The manager, like I said, needs to sit down and see, okay, it was too easy, bro. And even whilst Liverpool were committing players like that to the press and to cutting the lanes and all of that, they were leaving holes behind that I know some of their players could not even cover for. Like Van Dijk would not be able to cover those holes. They will actually run back.
Honestly,
and we were not exploiting it.
Honestly, I think with this game between Liverpool reminds me of the game we played against Brighton. That's, I think, Ten Hag's first season, where it was like a shock. Right? Yeah. So I think the same thing. I think what Ten Hag will do, I think Ten Hag might revise the system. I think he might.
He will not. If he would have done it, he would not do it last season.
No,
because he did in his first season.
You cannot say somebody will not. Temba, you cannot say somebody will not.
No,
right?
No, Ten Hag is stubborn.
Mark, hold on. You cannot say somebody will not.
Ten Hag is stubborn. Wait, let me agree. Ten Hag is stubborn. Wait a minute. The first season he came in, he lost the game against Brighton. Lost the second one against Brentford.
Yeah.
Then he changed.
Yeah. Is that a person that is stubborn?
No, his first season.
Yes.
He's not doing it in the second season.
Second season. He couldn't do it because he had. Yeah, go ahead.
So that's the thing. I don't think Ten Hag.
No, when you say Ten Hag would not change it, right? But you just stated now that in his first season, he actually so that's you contradicting yourself, because we actually have therefore say we can actually infer and conclude that the manager can change when things don't go the way he plans it to go. So, but you are saying it will not change. I'm just saying that's the only thing, because a lot of us, I know even the people like Vegeta that is pissed, that has even left the camp, Mental Ball Game that is pissed, that has left the camp and all of that. A lot of them are still saying, okay, we want him to go now, but the way we are seeing it with this system, he's digging more holes for himself, right? Some of them might even say we'll give him 5 games, right? And I'm saying I just hope, right, he sees this game, look at it again and say, why was it so easy for them to cut me out, and why didn't my players exploit those spaces? Because I wrote some few things down, right?
But how is the manager going to explain why the players do exploit these places, bro?
Mark,
hold on. I want to ask some questions, because I feel like everybody asking about what. No, Temba, you talk, bro. Now it's time to listen. Hold on, right? Because I listen to everything what they say. I listening from the start of the stream till now. I just listening to everything man them saying, right? And here the 3 main points men make. The system, the exposing players, one. It was easy for Liverpool because the players, either they wasn't going too fast or they was playing the ball too slow. So if I call with the third point, the focus is the decisions of the players. Now, while I'm not saying Ten Hag didn't make mistakes in the game, and everybody know I said he made mistakes. I didn't even want to see Rashford on the pitch yesterday, and I was mad about that. Then he didn't get sub. Mad about that even more. You know what I mean? But if we look at the game, because I watched the game back this morning, and I could tell you 2 things. First of all, if I talk about the first season, bro, I don't even know why people is look at the first season when everybody knew the first season was a means to end. It was never going to be Ajax-style football in season 1, because them players cannot play Ajax-style. Let me be real. Let me be real and honest about life, bro. Because they see the fantasy some fellas want to live is cool. And let me be honest, bro. Like, watch some of the players we have. Watch their mean. What they regress to every time they go and get stuff. And tell me what you think. No, bro. Let me finish, bro. Because you see, the first season had never had anything to do with season 2 or season 3, because the first season was never his system where he was planning to implement. When he tried to implement the first 2 games, the men them couldn't do it. So he changed to playing counter-attack, solid defense, basic football. Let we grind out wins. That is what we play first season, bro. You know what's the problem? We did too well. We should have finished 8th, bro. Swear to God, bro, we should have finished 8th. Everybody predicted 9th. We finished 3rd. We played 2 cup final. Everybody was gassed. Season 2, we lose 3 of the players we had on loan that was key. Sabitzer scored like 12 goals, had 5 assists.
Brother Mark, we're not looking at that. We're looking at this.
When we move on to season 2,
season 3.
I just want to clear up the formation and tactics quick one time now, because everybody wants to keep going back to season 1 and season 2.
No, I don't want to do that.
All right, well, let me skip it then. Season 3. Yes. 3rd game of the season, we lose to Liverpool. The players we had 2 chances less than Liverpool. We had more chances created in the entire game than Liverpool. We had the same amount of shots on target as Liverpool. The strikers, the wingers, they're not clinical. We're not taking our chances. The biggest problem is the decision making of the players. There's no graveyard. There's no graveyard because Xerxes was created 3 big chances for Xerxes alone, bro. 3 big chances and Xerxes missed. 3 big chances Xerxes missed.
You know my stance on the manager. I'm not even with those.
I'm not even talking about. It's not about manager in or manager out, bro. It's about football. It's about the team.
No, this is what you're talking about. This is the start you're talking about, right? This is the start right here that you're talking about, right?
Yeah, bro.
At what point do you, Mark? This is me and you talking now. At what point do you now say, I feel like this system, right? We know some of the players have not caught on with the system, but at what point do you say, I feel like this system needs to be tweaked in a way to
but what are the tweak if the system creating goal chances, bro? What had a tweak?
No, understand what I'm saying. You asked the question. This is the answer. What you say? What have to tweak? I'm saying about the defensive shape.
No, well, in one thing, I think if it's anything had to change is the midfield. But that will change because, as you see, we bring in a midfielder who we all expect to start. He couldn't play the game. He didn't kick our ball yet. So we don't know how it's going to change the midfield. What I could say, though, is that when everybody was glazing over Mason Mount contribution, he was industrious off the ball. Industrious. Keyword, industrious. In our midfield, you have to be industrious. The midfield is not an easy place to play football. You see all this and let's protect and let's know it's too hard. Bro, the midfield is an industrious area, the park, bro. It's the engine room. Why everybody's calling the engine room and then it's supposed to be easy? Understand what I'm saying, guys?
Mark, we have to say things for what it is.
I am saying it for what it is. Your problem is you don't like the manager. Cool, fine. And if you don't rate him, that's even better. No problem.
Let's drop that
I have
aside.
No problem with that, bro. But when you look at the game yesterday,
that aside, Mark, let's drop that aside. One thing people are forgetting in football is this: there is attacking in football, there's defending in football, and there's defending without the ball in football still.
Yeah, but here the problem. Here the problem that you not even acknowledging, bro.
Mark,
everybody glossing, everybody talking about the defense. Talk about the fact that if the striker had taken his 3 chances, we'd be 3 goals each. I just want to highlight that the system is working, and in some parts there are problems. So it's not about the system is failing, bro. It's about sometimes that the players' performance is failing the system.
Mark, wait. Yesterday, Madrid was playing. I made a statement. I said I missed Toni Kroos.
You win the first game of the season handsomely.
No, there's a reason why I said I missed Toni Kroos because I know what he brings into that team.
Okay, but you missed one player. I asked you the same question on the stream, bro. One player you miss.
Okay, you know one thing. Let me tell you. Let me make you understand this right now. You bring Rodri right now, who is the best CDM in the world currently, to that United team, is not solving the problem.
But as an imagination, you're just talking. So you will bring back Toni Kroos and all of a sudden Real Madrid would win the first 3 games of the season.
You bring
rubbish. Temba, that thing you said. Temba, I can poke a hole in that one. You cannot say that. You cannot say that.
You just said you missed Toni Kroos,
bro. So I think I see a point where Temba is.
Yeah, but he just said he missed Toni Kroos, though.
Is the shape right?
Is the shape right? It had nothing to do with the shape. Forget the shape. Let me explain this to Jax, bro. The man said he missed Toni Kroos. Hold on.
Valverde and
said you missed Toni Kroos. Temba. If you missed Toni Kroos, if Toni Kroos was so important, now you basically saying that's when you draw to Las Palmas, right? And you barely win the other game, right? All I'm saying to you is this.
It is not an excuse.
It is not you said Toni Kroos, you miss him. Why you miss Toni Kroos? That's a single player.
Guys,
let me highlight him.
There is a job.
The listeners are not making out what we are saying. Let's just go on.
All I'm saying to you, Temba, is that when you highlight Toni Kroos, he's doing a job, bro. He is doing a job. He's coming in and doing a solid job, and he's going to make your team better. You are saying to me, bro, this is what you're saying to me, right? You're saying to me that you don't see Rodri, who is the best DM apparently in the midfield, will improve us. When our current DM has no legs, hold on. I just want to clarify what you're saying because you're talking about a single player. And they talk about if Rodri come in, he definitely will improve us, bro. Because our current DM is not doing the job.
I'm not saying he will not improve you guys. I'm saying he will not solve the issue. This place you are seeing right now will still be there. Yesterday, I said something in that Madrid game. I said I want Brahim Diaz to come in. Brahim Diaz and who else? From Garcia. And those are the 2 substitutions. And immediately Diaz came into the game, it changed. You could see it. But I'm telling you, because the midfield is too open. It's too open.
Temba, can I enter? Can I come in, Temba?
The system is bad. Accept it.
Temba, this is what I'm saying. When you make statement like if Rodri coming, right, it would not solve anything. You are talking from that place of Ten Hag system is bad. What if Rodri? That's why I said we have to wait because Manu Ugarte is here. We have to wait and see if Manu Ugarte would actually be swarmed by the deficiency of the, because every system has its own deficiency. We have to wait. So when you make statement like that, is you're making it from your own point of view, and Mark is telling you that you cannot make that statement, and I would say the same thing. You cannot make that statement.
Yeah, I understand, and that's why I said I want Manu Ugarte to come. Let's see.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, just on this one, right? And again, Mark, right? Just this one. I said, and this is Metaball game saying, Mark, does he need more attacking players? That's one. Once who can finish their chances, these are his players. Why are they in the team if they can't finish?
Well, I mean, Joshua Zirkzee scored a goal on his debut, right? That was game week 1. You know, and Messi misses chances. He had some chances. So, you know, let's skip from the fact that it's his first season in the Prem. Let's skip from the fact that he's 23 years old or 24, something like that. You know what I mean? Let's skip from the fact that, you know, we're giving these players time to adjust to the league or to, you know, get themselves acclimatized with these players that they played with. This is his 3rd game. First official start. He missed some chances. No, he's rubbish. Why he's starting? Because, you know, I mean, this is the question that I ask him, bro. Like, why would he need more attacking players? The players we need to give these young attackers time to find their feet, bro. Like, at the end of the day, as much as it's hard to say that, bro, this is Man United. We shouldn't be having to say that. But when you look at the decisions that was made this summer by the structure, they went and bought Joshua Zirkzee, bro. This is the reality of what we had to expect. So I don't understand, where is the confusion? Where is the cry? Where is the uproar for? What is the alarm when we have 2 young strikers, 2 young wingers, and the only senior man not delivering as a leader up front, bro, Marcus Rashford? And people get mad when they say, don't blame Marcus Rashford, bro. But every leader on the pitch, it have a leader in every position in the field, bro. It have a leader in midfield like Bruno. It have a leader in defense like Dillet. It have a leader, or Alessandro, 1 or 32. It have a leader behind them in the goal, supposed to be the biggest personality, Onana. It have a leader in attack, Marcus. That is the senior. You understand? Mark, 10 years in the season. Forget the white.
Let me talk to you now. Let me talk to you now, Mark. Mark, I hear what you're saying. Let me recap. If I'm wrong, you correct me right after I finish. What you're saying is the system is not really much of an issue because the system is producing the chance that we are not taking. I get that part, right? But my part I'm talking to you now about is the system also is making it too easy for us to be played, right? And also, when I use the word tweak, I'm not saying the system is crap. Everything could be fine-tuned. Even when you get the TV back in the days, when you get that antenna from outside, I think everybody will know that the word I'm talking about, Temba will know. When you're trying to look for them channels, right? It gets to a frequency and you have to start hitting the fine-tune button until you get it, you know, clear. So I'm saying, at what point, right, do you say, okay, come on, Ten Hag, I know you actually have your doubt, you actually have your own bone to pick with Ten Hag, but at what point do you say, Ten Hag, okay, attacking wise, what you are doing, I can see it, right? Is creating the chances. It's just that these guys are not finishing it. But on the defensive part, it's like you sacrifice the attacking phase for the defensive one, such that at any opportunity, any player, any team gets at us, there's a shot. If Onana, we all know what Onana can do. If Onana does not make a save, it's a goal. At what point do you not say, Ten Hag, you need to fine-tune this team, bro? You need to, like, at what point do you actually get pissed? At what point do you actually get to that point?
You see, the problem is it's too early for we to be going through all of this nonsense. For one, we'd be betting in 2 brand new defenders. One of them had their first official start. Again, I go and say it like this. You know, what are we doing here? What we talking about? This is like the 3rd day, the 50th stream, you know, about the problems. No, I mean, not you guys, but everybody, bro, like have 4 and 5 same streams reacting to the same game. Like
this is the last of it, bro.
Like, bro, it's like, bro, like it's the 3rd game of the season. That 35 Premier League games left, bro. 35.
I've said
right?
Some
and
people
here we're killing me, right? We buy most of our players came in the last 2 weeks. The last 3 players we buy come in the last 3 weeks of the window, bro. Right? So 1, we didn't get a chance to bet them in. 2, Ugarte ain't kick a ball yet. So man them who saying 1, he go on work, they ain't know. Man who saying 1, he not go on work. Worst of all, they don't know nothing. You know why? Because we're what? They can't predict that, bro. Because them say man them, right? Then they say, you know they say about Kobe, he only play a few preseason games. He ain't really, we ain't know. You know what I mean? Then when he start winning, all of a sudden he's Kobe nephew, Kobe godfather, this one, that, and the other. Bro, let me remember, bro, when I was talking, picking up Kobe, everybody was crying.
We've talked about,
bro.
You are saying it's too early.
No, Temba, wait.
You're saying it's too early.
What I'm saying is too early because why is too early? Yeah, why is too early?
3 weeks.
Forget the Premiership, bro. If nobody should be, you should not be talking. Use Real Madrid, CL champion, La Liga champion, and you almost losing to Las Palmas, bro. So do even talk about my team right now.
It happens. If I look at football.
My team is a working progress.
Okay, guys.
Calm down. Mark, calm down. Calm down, please.
So, I am calm. We've talked about the negative. We've talked about this negative for so long.
Before we go, let's hear from Prof. Prof
will give us another round of negative. He already said it.
Bro, he gone to the managers, crap the managers. This exactly
on the page. So let's go to my board. Because I gotta bring this. I'm stretching my arm. You see, this right here is how the manager wants to build up. You see this? You see what's wrong in this build up?
No,
the midfield.
That number 4 and number 2 has to go close to the touchline.
No. Just keep them where it is. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm not trying to be accurate. You see, this is how the manager want to build up. You see that space in midfield?
Mm-hmm.
This is the issue. You see that whole space in midfield? This is how can these people get the ball when the manager instruct them to push so high up? Now imagine this one push high up because you want to overlap. You want some overlapping. Now look at that. Who is getting the ball? And look at it. No, I'm not. Let me not call names. My center backs. What are they doing? Nothing. And when they go long, counterattack. That is the issue. And you know what? So far on the timeline, people have been comparing like, oh, Real Madrid did 3-1-6. I'm like, oh, no. I'm going to go to the clip. It's a difference. You see what Real Madrid did is they push everybody up. So if Real Madrid lose the ball, boom, 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 the center back is winning the ball back. Because that's what people were comparing to. To Real Madrid play 3-1-6. I forgot the play. I think it was Las Palmas or when you play 1-1. 1-1. They 3-1, but they won the ball up. They won the ball here. That's the thing. But us, we're down here. So all of a sudden, boom, counterattack.
Let me ask you a question. Whose fault is that?
It's the manager fault because it's the structure. No. How the manager set the structure up to go up?
But see, if you look at yesterday's game, the first 35 minutes, right before the goal came in, even when we pushed up, the lead and Lisha followed through. Now it was after the first goal, right? It's like the defenders felt like, yo, something is not right here. How is this? How did it happen? So they were like, no. Listen,
I'm let you finish.
They were trying to contain the situation, and bam, second goal came in, right? So even for the third goal, when Collier came in, when Collier was advancing and Kobe was dropped, I was expecting Lisha and
thank you
and Delete to follow through a bit, to push up, right? But there was a gap, and that is why I said partly the manager's fault and also the player, because the execution of the plan, right? It wasn't finite. It wasn't 100% all on the manager. These guys were not taking, because I saw it. If you go look at the game again, anybody that wants to maybe don't look at it as a way of relieving your pain, but just trying to see what I'm trying to talk about, right? You will see there was a gap between, they didn't push up that like we were expecting. They did not push up. They did that for the first 35 minutes, but after that goal, they neglected that. They were trying to, I want to believe they're trying to contain the situation, but it led to the second goal, and they just abandoned it and just say, you know what, let's just sit back here. They didn't want the 7-0 to happen, right? But that's why I'm asking Max, right? And now that you're in, we'll get your talk on. That's why I'm asking that. Now, going forward, we all say we create chances, we don't finish it. Therefore, means the system is creating the chances. But how do we fine-tune such a way that, right? Because a lot of people are saying the manager would die on his sword or on his heel and all of that, right? But I feel he would do that, but he would have to fine-tune. But how do we, going forward, I know you want the manager out. Those of you that want the manager out, I'm saying, okay, take for example, this is your brother or somebody that you just want to save him. Yes, to save him. Forget that ETH enemy. Just tell me, what would you think? What do you think the manager should do? Right? I know Mark has already said patience. I'm on the one hand with that one, but not everybody's on that one, right? I'm just saying, okay, leave patience out of the door. Don't get married to patience. follow through. What do you want to do?
I mean, Pep had 56
No, Mark,
or 57, bro. So keep counting. You know what I mean? Like, all I had to say to the questions. No, I want to answer his questions for the longest while because he asked 4 questions now, right?
Okay,
he says too early in his 3rd season. I'm going to bring it up, right? And my answer to that is we could, all right, and at what phase, what you want to call it his 3rd season? The fact that he get back from Ineos, this is Ineos' 1st season. So what are we doing? Now, everybody, including Olmo, was there when we had the discussion, and we was like, if Ineos sack the manager and they hire a new manager, we go and back that manager, right? If Ineos decide to keep Ten Hag, we go and back Ten Hag for the time Ineos and at least 1st season with Ineos because we know Ineos is football people. Now, if we trust Ineos and is best in class, and this is why I keep telling people, right? If these fellas is best in class, they will do what is right. Now, I don't see the manager making the exact same mistakes as last season. And the reason I don't look at it like that, because for me, a football season is when you play a season and it finish, it's dead, it's gone. You can't change what happened there. Now, if you want this, I believe the manager get back fully this summer because we got key players in key positions and key profiles that the manager needed last season, right? So I understand the trauma from last season. We had a shit season, guys. Come on. No one is making no excuses for that. We had a shit season, right? Now, the manager has gotten a contract extension from Ineos. They decide to trust the manager. They decide to spend 180 million, well, net 108 million on the manager, net, right? Because we sold 80-something million in players. So, which was very good. Good business this summer, you know? Which I would say top-notch for the fact that we say this is best in class. Now, I trust these guys to make the best choices for Man United, so it's out of my hands. Now, while I might think we need to give the manager and the players who just come in 5 to 6 games for them to get themselves into some kind of chemistry playing together, because Manuel didn't kick our ball yet. We spent 50 on him. He a key midfielder. You know what I mean? We still start his first game yesterday. Xerxes started his first game. And everybody melting down because we lose. It had 35 more games in the Premier League. There's never been a time in the Premier League that the first 10 games decide the winner. Never. No, we could all talk the fancy talk at the end of the day in hindsight, which is good. And I understand when we look at the game yesterday, manager made mistakes, player made mistakes. We want to figure out how to fix it. But at which point any one of us go and say the real truth and say, well, bro, it really is a time where this one time, not really last season, you know, but this one season where you get all these new players, we have to give it time for to see what the players go and do. Because De Ligt only play one full game. We didn't really see the best of De Ligt. We could all agree on that. We didn't see the best of Xerxes because he did score in his debut. He missed last game. He missed this game. He didn't get converted, but he getting in the right places, which I think is positive. You know what I mean? He getting balls into him consistently. He got 3 big chances created for him, which he didn't convert. So I would say, you know, a lot of what we were complaining about last season is being fixed. Now we want to see more.
Mark, we've dwelt on this thing too much, right? A lot of people actually like see my guy here say, I saw his comment just now. He said he just had therapy and he wants to go back to that. Let's give them some sort of something to. So what are the ideas for? What do you think are the ideas for improvement with what you saw from yesterday? I'm going to start with you, and I'll go to Temba. We're not talking about slagging the manager off now.
I'm not slagging the manager, bro. Okay. I have 2 things that I definitely want to see that I think will definitely make improvements. Sub Rashford, start Garnacho off the left, play Ahmad off the right, start Xerxes again, start the same team minus Rashford, bro. Just start Ahmad on the right, put Garnacho left, and for God's sakes, you know what I mean? Let the defense know they need to keep pushing up for the entire game. They need to, whether we concede a goal or not, push up, play the high line. Because here what? The only how they're going to stop getting afraid of or trying to fix it the wrong way is by just doing it without stopping.
Okay.
So just do it.
Let me, Temba, your turn. What do you think? Ideas for improvement on what you saw. I know you want the manager out, but that's not the case now. Ideas for improvement. You're still here.
For me, is this, man. If Ten Hag really want to like for now, you know, improve this team, I think Rashford and Bruno need to be dropped.
Okay.
Rashford and Bruno needs to be dropped. Now, the reason why I said so is this, man. Then I will play a 3-5-2-1 formation, whereby you have in that pitch now you have Ugarte and Casemiro.
Yeah.
Then you could play Mino in front of them.
Yeah.
Or you play Ahmad in front of them. Because we sit here and talk about Bruno Fernandes creating chances. Dude, we don't even see the chances he's creating, because at the end of the day, it doesn't even win the playmaker of the season. Okay. So how are we saying
we're not looking for individual? No, we're not looking for individual accolades. We're looking
no, that's what I'm saying. Moving forward right now, you need to drop Rashford, drop Bruno, and play with these guys. So let us, at least they're playing Southampton. Try them against Southampton.
Okay, let me hear Professor
Bruno and Fernandes.
Let me hear Professor Omo.
Listen,
I know you don't like the manager. Don't take me into that.
I'm not going that road. Like,
okay,
I've cleared my mind. I'm not going that road. If I'm anytime Hogger says something, first of all, I'm gonna say, yo, we gotta fight first. After we fight, then we'll get the formation right. First of all, you see, I like the white ball because it make me think I could go further and further. So I came up with this little formation right here. 3 center backs. You don't have enough center backs, put Mazraoui back here. He can play center back. Why? Because I've seen Nathan Klein play center back for the past 2 years. So yes, Mazraoui, you can play center back. Put one wing back here, Dalot, put Ahmad on the other side. Boom. This midfield 3, this is where the fun is. Eriksen will be in here somewhere. I don't care. Eriksen is here. Mino is here. I don't know who the third person is. You can put anybody you want. Ugarte, Casemiro, Koiler. Somebody's gonna be back here, but it's not Bruno Fernandes. I'm taking him out. Up here is Xerxes and Rashford. Rashford's job has been different from when he's got that 30 GA. You know what his job was? Just stay up here, running behind. Yeah. His job was just stay up here, running behind, get the goals. Now
Rashford say you don't want to play a striker.
I don't care what he wants. This is why I'm the assistant manager. So far, he's been doing touchline nonsense. I don't want you here. When you save my job, you are here. So I'm putting you here when you save my job. And you put Xerxes here. Why is Xerxes here? Because he's a good playmaker. He can also play playmaker, so because he can drop back here, Eriksen here. And when we're attacking, this is the key point. When we're attacking, everybody push up. Everybody push up while we attack. On attack, we all push up. We all push up while we're attacking. This is key here. Because you see why we're attacking, see where we are? We are moving with the ball. We're all moving together. It's not like when somebody's like, oh, they got the ball, everybody push up and we are pressing. We're doing this pressing nonsense. No. When we lose the ball, we all drop back. We all drop back. We drop back as a team. When we're attacking as a team. And that's how it's supposed to work.
No, but Omo, okay. Now that you've said that, let me take some few of these comments, right? Jonathan is big up yourself, Jonathan. You say, I think that it is about service for Zex and Rasmus. We have Bruno, Rashi can do something, Ahmad and Ghana, of course, but we might need to have some other lads for this. What other lads will we need to have? Jonathan, please let us know. He's also saying, surely if Ten Hag got the defenders and keeper and once playing out of the back should not be a problem. Jonathan, I still feel there still need to be some fine-tuning there, because if we saw yesterday's game, our centre back, for some reason, after 30 minutes, they did not link up, they did not align with the midfield when they were pushing up. So they need to work together. I know. One second. Let me. Okay, go ahead. So I don't.
Real quick. As in, we built that from the back with the keeper very well. But the thing is, the manager we want to bypass the midfield, and that is the thing. You cannot bypass. The midfield is needed. The midfield is a connection from defense to attack. But so far, we've been bypassing midfield for the past 2 years.
No, but we did that. Mark, I'm going to come to you now. But we did that 30 minutes. We were playing through the midfield. We were playing from the back through the midfield. Kobe was coming. Casemiro was coming to look at get the ball. Something gave that made us consider first goal. And I think after that time, they were like, something is not right at the moment. Mark, you were saying something about first time. You were saying something about first.
I was saying this Dillet Martinez first game together. So you know what I mean? I'm not trying to say that to expect mistakes, but I mean, guys, you know,
I get you. The chemistry.
We're forming a lot of new partnerships in this team, so we kind of have to be a little patient at the end of the day. You can't argue that.
I agree.
Chemistry is something that is no overnight.
Big up, Mitchell. Big up. It says Onana should have gone to a team like Brighton under Decisive, who keeps the ball. He can't be our keeper with these basketball matches. I agree with you. I think it was Vegeta some minutes.
Yeah, but what is basketball? I don't understand what you're talking about.
Maybe he's thinking about the way the net is open. How Onana set himself up for goal.
No, how the ball is moving back and forth.
Yeah, but some teams just play open games and that is football too.
It's football. It's part of the. Maybe Onana is not caught out for that kind because it exposes the back line or the goalkeeper to so many shots. And we all know when the ball is hit towards Onana, we always close our eyes like this because we don't know what might happen, right? Let me just finish up and I get to Rasta, so bring Rasta onto the game.
Before you go, I think let me go ahead, finish.
Okay, this is Real Madrid's goalkeeper. Lunin is a good for last year. In his last year of his contract, which United should be looking at him. Kepa, he has judged on this ball playing instead of shot stopping. He's still talking about Onana. Yeah, Mark, Mark Zoli, big up yourself. Mark, it's easy to take the piece out of ETH outers when you always misquote them. I have never said ETH is a bad board for, nor do I love Sancho. I did, however, point out some tactical errors as you are. Okay, big up yourself. So
I don't know who that is.
I don't think Mark is actually going out.
I'm not even saying, bro. Like I do. If you want that Ten Hag out, it's fine. That's fine. Like, bro, I can't change your opinion, and I'm not trying to change your opinion because at the end of the day, bro, like your opinion is your opinion. I respect that. I just disagree. My opinion is different. Now, while I would say, big up, bro. While I would say there's many different solutions to the problem, the one solution that I think is general, that really is the most important solution, is patience. Because we could talk about all what we want, but when you look at the facts of the matter with what United is, what we have been over the last few years, and what we've come into now, is a team that is a work in progress. And the reality is, we're not going to win every game. We will have ups and downs. THGL versus move.
Yeah.
THGL versus move.
Okay,
but you know what I mean? So I'm just saying that, you know, why throw your toys out the pram over a game?
Rasta will come to you. Rasta will come to you. Rasta, hold on.
No problem.
Before we switch the
no, I'm not switching the conversation. No, I'm not switching the conversation.
Before we switch this, and we're looking at.
I'm saying to you, ideas for improvement. Yes, give me yours, because somebody has talked about. Omar came with the part of maybe tweaking the formation and ensuring that, because Omar's formation, there's still a hole in that formation, because if the defenders don't go with the rest of the team, there's going to be a problem. So Omar's area idea for improvement is move, attack as a unit, defend as a unit, right? Temba has given us his. So Tesh, what's yours? What's your own area of improvement?
From my perspective, I think if we're saying Ten Hag is saying, for example, this is how I want to play, right? And so because it's not reverted to probably what he did in the first season, basically trying to get win games. He's saying this is how I want to play, and I believe this will work. I think what Ten Hag will need to do, though, and this is something from a training ground, right, and probably a players improve the qualities of certain players, if you can, is have the players a bit more press resistant. Because if it's playing like this wide, right? For sure, right? What is banking on, right? If 3 players or 2 players is attacking what called a player, if a player is press resistant, right, there's an ability for him to basically bypass that, which creates space, right, for what it calls for the team, right? So I think, right, if we can work on that, right, having our players press resistant, that will help. Secondly, right, if we can get a bit more tighter on how we are, right, that also helps because in the midfield a bit more tight. Like Omar is saying, we move up together. I think when we move, right, there's a bit of gap. There's too much gap. How do we close that gap in that midfield, right? So I think the manager needs to work on that, and that's if, right, we don't have, again, all our players can be press resistant. So basically, how can you limit the issues that we're facing? Meaning, right, we have players need to provide options where probably when they are pressed on, right, it's an option to actually pass the ball. So I think those 2 things they might have to work on what they call on the training ground.
Okay. One of my improvement, right, areas of improvement is this one where this guy's talking about Ten Hag should be given 5 games to see with Ugarte, and then we know if issues were solely Casemiro or Ten Hag. Let me just read Vegeta's. Vegeta say he's coming with his take. He's not a UEFA coach, but he believes Casemiro is now a bench player. Play 2 8 and not a 10 because Bruno and Kobe can't play the number 10 role. I will get on to Mark and Omo on this one. Guys, we have about less than 50 minutes to wrap up this show.
I mean,
I'll get Mark. I'll come to you on that. I already started a question. Let me just read this one. Football really is like politics. Ten Hag on the one wing, Ten Hag on the other wing. Patricia is saying the squad is basically Ten Hag's player now. If he can't get the tune out of these players he bought, his race, his run, he needs to change his tactics or we get sacked. Everybody has been saying that. Obviously, if he keeps going on this trajectory with more losses than wins, it's going to happen. That's why I don't really like to talk about the sack part, because if he continues in this trajectory, that's the inevitable. So that would happen. Mark, this take right here, Omo, I'm going to get your own take on this one. And also Temba.
It's no
Temba
different from what I think, to be fair, bro. I mean, Temba might cry about that, but at the end of the day, let's be honest, bro. From the moment Ugarte come in, we know Casemiro days was numbered.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Okay. So it's one of those things where, I mean, I never, bro, like everybody know I wanted to sell Marcus Rashford since 21, 22. I didn't change my stance since 40 GA was just telling me 90 M's from PSG. But men didn't want it, bro. Men didn't want it. The men wait until it really luck run out. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like I was saying, that is even I turn around and say, you know what? This new season under Ineos make some statements. Omar Berrado come out and talk about Rashford and Anthony and all these players. They on their last 6 months, they have to perform. If not, they will be moved on. I believe them. You know what I mean? The man say we're going on back Ten Hag. We're going back Ten Hag.
Rasta, my apologies. I forgot you here.
We're going to give Ten Hag 6 months or a year to see what he could do under a different environment, because we didn't believe the environment he was under before was suited to fostering better football. Well, I'm waiting to see, because, bro, we don't have to fight about nothing, bro. These man, them doing the business. Watch what they do this summer, bro. When last we sell 80 million players, bro. Good business. Good.
Okay.
First of all, good football business.
Omo, before I go to Rasta, please tell me this. What you saying? This right here. Play 2-8, not a 10. Bruno can and
I understand what it says. Where from last match, Koila coming on for Casemiro is supposed to have tactics, because Koila came on and was doing the same thing Casemiro was doing, which was not sitting next to Kobe Maido and like winning the ball back and laying the ball off. Like Koila was going up front. So again, that exposed the manager, the system in general. So, and the whole thing of like playing with 2 8s, and like the only 8 you have in the team is Eriksen and Kobe Mino. Bruno Fernandes is not an 8, and you cannot give Bruno Fernandes strict instruction, because at a certain time in the game, like around 60 minutes, if he's not feeling it, he's gonna do his own thing. Like he will legit do his own thing after 60 minutes if he's not feeling it, and that's the type of player he is. I'm not gonna blame him for that. And there's another thing of like dropping Rashford for Garnacho. Listen, Garnacho, I like Garnacho on the right. I do not like Garnacho on the left. Garnacho on the left, he loses the ball a lot more than when he's on the right. That people don't know, because last year he cost us a lot of goals just by losing the ball on the left. So I'll pretty much,
But he goes more of the left though.
Rasta
he creates more of the left.
Yeah, let me hear Rasta. Rasta, what you
what's
saying
going on?
right now?
What's going on, guys? I've been listening for a minute in the comments, right?
Yeah,
and I pretty much, I pretty much agree with what everybody says. But my man, that's the Real Madrid fan. The league and Premier League, that's 2 different things. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But
so, Rasta, take me through this. You were here yesterday, right? We talked about it. I don't want us to go back into all of that.
No, I got it.
What's your area of improvement? What's your idea for improvement for? Because we want to see our team win.
First things first, like Mark, I mentioned this in a comment on Mark's live this morning, bro. Like we have like 3 goalkeepers. Why aren't we rotating our goalkeepers? You feel me? Like honestly, me personally, I'm not a fan of Onana because I just feel like he's just gonna cost us goals. And he's talking about, oh, I'm gonna take a risk, bro. You're a goalkeeper. You're not a midfielder. You're not a forward. You're not a winger. You're a goddamn goalkeeper. Do your damn job. Your job is to stop goals, save goals. That's one for me. I feel like we need to rotate our goalkeepers because Onana, him in the goal, his lack of diving makes me nervous. You got as a goalkeeper, you're supposed to do whatever you gotta do to stop the ball from going in the net. And that alone, for me, rotate our goalkeepers. For me, even with the Casemiro situation yesterday, and I think on the very first live I came on, I said, "Yo, I'm worried about Casemiro." And hey, yesterday my worries were proven right. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So
let me take some of these comments here.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut. Let me take some of these comments.
No.
Man says it looks like Salah will get ETA sack after I got no, this guy, David Moyes. David Moyes, they need to get called the popo on you because the way you've been moving recently, bro. Jonathan is saying my only problem with ETH, he keeps picking Rashford. But I think it must be something. A lot of people have said this, but I don't know. I still feel like it's a trust thing. But let's see what happens down the road. We need to see what happens, like what David is saying right there. We need to see what happens. Everyone is fit, and Ugarte is bedded in. Then, if there's still no system, it's time for Eric to go.
Everyone will never be fit at once. So everyone knows
but
that.
the truth
Everyone
is,
will never be fit.
You can't sack a manager. Sacking a manager after 3 games is wild, bro. It's just wild.
I hope Ugarte is fit to come in.
Okay. One second for me. Patricia Mills is saying, I was with you, Mark. I am too frustrated now. We don't even have a style of play. All my friends made fun of me for being Eric in, but he's now losing. Oh, that's a sad one. But Patricia, let me just put it this way. I believe we have a style of play, but right now it's because it's too easy to play against or it's not working. That's why it looks like we don't have a style of play. We have a style of play.
That's not a style of play, though. I think what you're talking about is the defensive tactics, but like I keep saying to guys, like the team bringing in new players and stuff not going to work perfect, bro. For moments, you understand defensive partnerships is important. Player partnerships, the way they know how fast this player go and run, if he go and get there on that step, where to put the ball for him, how he like the ball. Now I understand what Patricia's saying, but what I would say to Patricia is if you look at the 3 games that we played so far, one thing that you would see is over the course of each game, at least you would see 6 to 7 similar patterns in each game that created chances for us that we should have scored that we didn't. And that is the problem. Now, a lot of people confuse style of play with the fact that the ball not hitting the back of the net. I don't think that's part and parcel. I think the problem is clinicality. Now, that's the next thing. Patience in young attackers to deliver. I mean,
Mark, when though? When? So
you see what you can't say when. You see, you can't say when because these fellas young. And as much as we want to be mad and upset, this is the choices, the structure made. Yeah. I didn't sign Xerxes, bro. I tell man them in advance, I never wanted Joshua Xerxes, brother. All the men them who happy about, I never wanted, brother. You understand? Mm-hmm. But I wanted Benjamin Sesko, King. Ask them fellas. I wanted Benjamin Sesko because I know Benjamin Sesko is an experienced striker. He would have come in there and do a better job. That goal, them tapping that header was goal, King. But at the same time, bro, the problem is for me is that when I look at what the structure did, the only thing I could do, bro, is say, bro, we have to be patient 5 to 10 games before we start seeing actual productivity. Because in my honest opinion, bro, you need Ugarte to play 2 or 3 games in that midfield to see the impact. Because I don't like Mason Mount, but Mason Mount industriousness in the midfield, the first 2 games kept us compact. He plugged the gaps. And everybody know I don't rate Mason Mount. But Ugarte has a better engine than Mason Mount. He's more physical. He's better on the, he's even better off the ball than Mason Mount. He's a better tackler. He's read the game better. So I obviously thinking that if Ugarte have all these qualities, he will improve the midfield. He will come in and plug those gaps. Now is how the entire team synergize around that new introduction, bro. Because if he could provide a spark, who's to say the system don't start clicking and working? Who's to say the tactics don't start making sense? Who's to say that we don't start scoring goals and be looking better defensively in shape? Who's to say that? We all cannot predict that. This is why all I am saying, guys, have a better balance, left and right. We think it could go left, but it has a possibility it could go right. And that's all I'm trying to say.
Okay. Rasta, give me Rasta, because we're winding down the show right now, right? Yeah, let me just do this right quick. I saw one. Yeah. Man says, forget perfection. That's halftime with Vegeta. I want to see functionality and some substance from this system. Have zero confidence going into some games. Sucks. I understand what you're saying. But like you said, Rasta, right? You want to see some players dropped, right? You want to yeah. So what's that thing? Because now everybody looks like you said yesterday you're going to give the manager until that's 5 + 3, that's 8 game, until the 8th Premier League game.
Yeah.
So for you what you want to see most, because forget about chances. We think we seem to have that under lock and key right now.
Yeah.
What do you want to see?
What I want to see, bro, I just first things first, right? Players need to play in uniform and play like they mean it. That's one. We cannot, and I repeat, we cannot make what happened to us yesterday happen to us again going forward without putting up a good fight. That's one. Our finishing, Xerxes, whenever Hoyland comes back, right? I preferably like to see Garnacho on the right, and I like to see Ahmad on the left. So Rashford just needs to stay on the bench, but I really feel like Ten Hag is going to keep on playing him. But our finishing is crucial. Our midfield, whew, God.
Okay, guys, let me just read some of this before we round up. Tess, you round up the show for us, Tess. Let me just read some of this and hand it over to you guys. I never intended to go to 1 hour, an hour, 30 minutes. Let me just see. Kepa Lance is saying, the problem is that the players have no fighting spirit. After they go down, they start dropping heads and looking for someone to blame. Yeah, I've read this already. Jonathan is saying, looking back at the transfer package, I'm truly regretting MFC did not resign Amrabat, get Chukwuemeka. They would be solutions to a wide open midfield.
Is it true that Ten Hag wanted Amrabat, but the Ineos?
Yeah, but he wanted Amrabat. He did not want. He never wanted Ugarte. He wanted Amrabat.
Yeah,
he not want Ugarte.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know. Mpanza says sacking manager is not the proper thing to do. Ten Hag doesn't have any clue what is going on. Mark doesn't know what needs to say exactly. Big up yourself.
I got one last thing to say to you guys, right? Then I'm about to go get some food. As far as Europa League, right? We already know our opponents for the Europa League. Who do you think is going to give us the most trouble in the Europa League?
Mourinho.
My thoughts exactly. Because trust me, Mourinho knows the club. He's familiar with some of the players, right? And he knows what they're going to do. So that right there in itself, Mourinho is going to give us the most trouble.
Okay, let's continue. Big up yourself, Rasta. Thank you for pulling up. Big up.
Man, later.
One of the reasons why ATS got this job was he had to get Rashford back to his best, and I think he has been told he has to place him something. I think is a specific.
Yeah, that's true. Ten Hag was the managers when they was interviewing managers. One of the key aspects was they asked them. Well, I mean, two things is true there. One, he left out the fact that Ten Hag asked if when would Greenwood return to the team, be able to play, because that he was keen on having Greenwood in the squad, still was keen on fighting for him this summer, but was unable to keep him. But he was also told he have to make get Rashford to the peak. You know what I mean? You have to improve Rashford, because Rashford at the time was the poster child of the club. And I think, like most people have I have this suspicion that he has game time in his contract. And that's a problem that Eric Ten Hag has to deal with. But I think with this new structure, that's going to change. If they have to pay extra money to Rashford so they could bench him, I feel that's what's going to happen, because, he did play 90 minutes, but let's not forget he got subbed off after 45 minutes in the last game. So it might yet continue, because I don't think the guys above was too happy with his performance. And as I mentioned earlier, Rashford is one of the players that they spoke about that has to prove himself this season. So I think we should at least be a little patient to see what happens, because I don't think it's going to be allowed to happen the same way it happened last season.
Okay, pick up yourself. Nandu is saying, I hope I got that right. And Dandu is saying, if ETH wants to play like the back four needs to play a highland to block the space. We already talked about that. Big up yourself. We looked at that ways to improve the team. Vegeta is saying, if we're playing Ahmad on the left just to fit Garnacho on the right, it sounds like he's dead. Then when you have to accommodate people, that's not a good sign. Yesterday we did talk about this, like the starting of Rashford felt more like Garnacho has to play on the right, and that in itself was a problem. Kepa Lance, don't worry, Mark will let us know when it's okay to be it out after that day. Everyone who wants to keep moving around. I don't think that's what Mark is trying to say, but big up yourself, Lance. Main concern Patricia is saying is that we have looked like one of the worst coached teams in the league for a while under ETH now. Third season, and the football is getting. Let me get almost taking this one. Almost first season we did very well. Second season there was injury, right? In response to this comment right there. Now we are just entering the third season. Would you say we look like a team that's the worst coached team in the league? Put everything on the plate. First season, second season.
Yes, because first season he was pretty much only ball, but an advanced version of it. Second season he tried to play his own style, and it didn't work out. The whole second year, everything just went to hell. It was now with the injuries, that's the way we play. Because even though if Lissandro was there, the result wouldn't be the same. That's how I see it.
Okay, but you said he played Ole's kind of ball, but he improved.
Yeah, Ole ball first year. Then second year.
Is that not a credit to him because he finds
that's a credit to him. I'm not taking that away from him. That's a credit to him. Like he played an advanced version of Oliball. Well, it's just Oliball will play from the back, and it worked for him. And that push him forward in the league, Carabao, Europa. Like he's a cup finalist. I'm not going to talk about that in the league. So it worked out. Second year, he tried to play his own style, and it didn't work. And now he's doing it again, and it's still not working. So it looking like. And he's trying to scam his way in, but like no, it's the Premier League. You have to.
To be fair, to be honest,
No.
That's all. Let me finish. Let me say something, Olmo, because I don't know about you guys, but we actually look like and people will laugh when I say this, but if you let us finish what I'm saying, you will understand when I say this, right? And I know Tess go and say, but. Think about it. We have Van Nistelrooy coaching the attackers. We all hyped up Van Nistelrooy, the amazing, the attack going to be high flying. People want to appoint Van Nistelrooy as the head coach, but the attack not scoring goals. Let me score some goals first. I would say that would be my answer to that comment. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But understand, we have a bunch of new coaches coming. There's a lot of changes happening in the way we coaching to deal with certain situations. Mainly, if you look at the way we deal with set pieces, that drastically changed. So a lot of information going into these players right now, a lot of things happening. I think it's going to culminate into something soon. A lot of the reasoning why we might have like actual problems and mistakes that you would see highlighted on the pitch is because the only way you could really fix some of these mistakes is by actual playing games. I mean, this is a sport. It's not like a theory. It's not a computer program that you write and the simulation running the program over and over until it fixes it, right? Is this trial and error still part of the game? You know what I mean?
I want to close.
Wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know you're not trying to go long, so I have a question, Mark. Why was our midfield open versus Liverpool?
Ask Rene Hacker. He's the midfield coach.
Okay, that's it. Drex, what is it that you wanted to say?
Big up yourself. Have a good. I hope you have a wonderful rest, man, Vegeta. Thanks for pulling up. I don't have much to say. I just wanted to. There was a comment here I wanted to get Temba's take on. The comment that said something about Van Nistelrooy. Tesh, if you can find it, please just help me. Something like that. Yeah, I can't find it. Okay, yeah, this is. Temba, say, I know you know the first part. You agree with it. Let's not forget about the first part. Appoint Van Nistelrooy as head coach. Don't need the same problem with this season. Do you think Van Nistelrooy has it in him to actually take on this job? We're not going further with it. It's a question, yes or no. I don't want to expatiate.
Yeah, he does have it.
Big up yourself. Okay, big up yourself. Look, I want
I don't think it does though. I don't think it does. Let's I
don't want to drag. I don't want to. No, I don't.
You guys believe that? You honestly believe that,
bro?
Van Nistelrooy did not go to Burnley only to come and be an assistant coach to Ten Hag. Is that your take?
No, I'm not
because
saying.
I know there's something else there. There's something else there.
We're not saying that he cannot. We're not saying that he will not be. He cannot be the coach. But the question I asked you is: do you think he can take the job?
Yeah, I do.
I'm not saying
he can.
If they sack Ten Hag, obviously they might give it to him. Do you think he can do a good job with this squad?
As a main will he be successful? And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Amo, your answer for that one quickly.
No.
Okay, Tesh.
Honestly, no.
Honestly, Mark is saying no as well. I don't need Mark to say anything. I already know it's no from the way he laughed. Look. I want Etihad to stay, but tactically we're embarrassing against Liverpool. Guys, I know a lot of you are actually not up for Eric Ten Hag at the moment, right? But like what Michelle is saying, the tactical setup doesn't work. Was he's full on denial and would change the thing. Tell you right now, we are not getting to the top with him. The last statement there, I agree with everything, but the last statement, I feel like that's subjective, right? For me, I feel like if you the truth is, if he can fine tune the system, this is a beautiful system. Don't get me wrong. If he can fine tune it and these players take on board what the manager is trying to do and go with the fine tuning, bro. You just said it.
Fine tuning is, you see, the fine tuners work both ways, Drex. This is why
that's why I said that. No, I said
because
that already.
He could fine tune it, but the right players in the system could make the system work without any tuning.
Mark, listen to me. I said that if he can fine tune and the players get on board with what he's trying to do in terms of the fine tuning, right? Because you could fine tune on the one hand, and on the other hand, the players are still being timid, are still lacking confidence, and all of that. It's not going to work. Two cannot work together except they agree, right? So both of them has to work together. Tess, take it away. I think my night is done.
No, just finish up. Round up.
Okay. Guys, I really want to say, don't forget to smash the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe. I think we're streaming this onto the Football Fan Zone as well. This is Day Hub Sport. If you don't know, this is Day Hub Sport streaming to the Football Fan Zone as well. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Help the community grow. I've got my buddy Mark up there. I know most of you already know him, but if you don't know him, this is a Mark NMUSC fan channel. That's the name right there. Just type this on the YouTube search button, and you will see this face right there. It's going to pop up, right? So guys, do give him a follow. He does the morning shows. Anything United. If you're a United fan and you want to follow the academies, the under 18, the under 21s, the women's team, Mark is your
the academy beat up Liverpool, bro. They properly dominate Liverpool, bro. They were killing me,
Don't let us go there.
Domination, Liverpool academy look like the under 15s playing under 20s, bro.
Don't let us go there. Big up yourself, Tommy boy. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Patricia said that ETH is trying to recreate what worked for him in his first season instead of working on working now, what's working now, and learning from the mistake. But Patrick, I believe he will learn from his mistake after the international break. You're gonna see a more refined system, right? Just stay.
You're gonna see players actually perform how they're supposed to perform.
Guys, just stay in there and Stay in there. Stay in there. Stay in there. Stay in there. That's what I'm saying. Stay in there.
10 games, guys. This is the marathon. 10 games, right?
It's not a pseudo.
Let me make a bet, right? We go and get Drex to 1K. No.
Okay,
We're making a bet, right? Here the bet.
Yeah.
This is everybody in the chat, all watching it on live. Temba had to tell all the viewers. Olmo had to promote on Twitter. Anytime Ten Hag goes 7-10, Drex must get 1K subscribers. D-Hub Sports must get 1K subscribers. And Temba had to be the biggest advocate because I know he don't believe.
Wait, what you mean 7-10?
7-10, bro. When I go win the next 7 games.
No.
You don't believe.
This is why it's a bet. This is why it's a bet. Wait, Mark. Is it Mark? You don't want us to go to 1K?
Because I want you to go to 1K, though.
No, Tesh, what are you saying?
Are you sure?
Tesh, don't throw the next 7 games.
Tesh, don't throw the energy off. Be positive. We will hit 1K, 7 games. Next 7 games, we're winning. I say so. Okay. Everybody, there's one Mark and MUFC fan. I make that claim. Clip it up, share it around, let them know. I say
okay, before I call it tonight, let me just show you guys what we have in the next 7 games coming up, right? Mark has just called it. Let me show you what we have in. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes. Is it the Premiership or just
all competition?
Right? So Europa League, FC 20.
Let's see. Southampton, Barnsley, Crystal Palace.
Can you press Control and zoom and scroll your distance?
Control and go up.
Yeah.
Is it too big?
No.
Is it good?
Small. It was big just now. Go again.
One more.
Go again. One more.
Better.
Good. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we have Southampton. No, yeah, I got it. Southampton, Barnsley at Old Trafford, Crystal Palace away. I think these first 3 games, 3 out of 3. Anything other than that, bro, I will bring my hammer to the party.
Any concerns, Omo? Do you think we can get 3 out of 3?
Crystal Palace. Because they lost and draw, you think, okay.
Okay, let me continue. 20 FC 20, that's Ten Hag's old boys. He should be able to get one over them at Old Trafford. So Tottenham, I believe we should win that one. This is what is it? Now, this is the only game here, right here. This is the game, and it's because we are going away. If we're home, I take 3 points right here. It's because we are going away. That's what I'm saying. Maybe we might draw, but lose this game, I would still be so upset. Then Aston Villa away and Brentford. I believe.
Aston Villa, that's Emery.
See. Omo, if there's anything I know about United, it's Aston Villa. We will always beat Aston Villa.
I think Burgundy team.
Mental working, so you just lost 1K subscribers.
I'm not saying.
No, but no. These guys are not fine. They're not smiling.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? No, but just right here. But
hold on. Okay, let's be again. Let's look at where United. We're still in a transition, though. We're hoping it's like you're building to be like a man, right? So there's still weaknesses as you build. Tottenham is a very tough game. Right?
Guys, let's not go into that. Let's just
Crystal Palace is a very tough game. Mm-hmm. So winning 7 games on the bounce, bro.
7 over 10. 7 over 10, the man says. So if we're going to lose against Palace, Spurs, Porto, I don't think we'll lose against Palace, and I don't think we'll lose against Spurs at home. Villa, I believe would beat or draw, right? Or draw. So my 7 of.
I'm just gonna wait I'm just wait for the next match. I'm not like
big up yourself. Thank you so much for pulling up. I don't want to keep this gentleman here. For some of them, it's already past midnight, I believe. Omo, thank you so much for pulling up. Mark, you always know I got you every time. Thank you so much for taking out time. You could be sleeping, but you decided to stay with us. Thank you so much. Yeah. Big up yourself.
Mark is here to fight the battle.
Yeah, the battle. Big up yourself, Temba. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Lance. Thank you, Mentor Ball Game. Big up yourself. Mentor, don't worry. I won't lose that. That bet will come to fruition. Evans Ferguson, I see you. Big up yourself. Patrick Fumba, Patricia Mills, Jonathan Petrovic. Big up yourself. Vegeta, salute to you, my brother. David Moyes, all of you. big up yourself for taking our time to join us today. Mpanza, I think
big up everybody.
Big up everybody. Thank you so much. Until we see you again, take it easy. Have a wonderful night rest, and bye for now.